Hey everybody, Tyler Engelbert's here. Just kind of enjoying a relaxing Sunday at the Engelbert's household. Um, Waiting on some upgrades to the studio, so I figured I'd just come sit down, have a little 5 minute chat with you guys about how I feel about the CBC. But before I get into that too much, I just wanted to say that the PPC has hit the ground running and EDA formations are going fantastically well. That is the electoral district associations that are going to support our candidates to run. Mr. Maxime Bernier has set a lofty goal of achieving 338 electoral district associations set up across 338 ridings in Canada, so that we can have a candidate running in every riding across Canada. And it's going great. We just finished setting up the EDA in our riding last night, and I know that every day there's more and more being formed, and it's going phenomenally well. So I just wanted to give a shout out to everybody that's supporting the PPC and everybody that's involved in the EDA formations, and hopefully in a year we're celebrating. So yeah, we'll get right into my little. I don't know. I don't want to call it a rant, but we'll get into a little talk about the CBC here. So it's not real hard to see that the CBC is fairly left leaning and fairly slanted in favor of things like the liberal federal government and things like socialist policies and that kind of thing. So um, I wanted to start first of all the thing that I'd always kind of watched CBC and said, yeah, they're trying to push me to the left and they're kind of trying to do, support things that I don't support. They're doing it with my tax dollars, and I didn't really, I was upset about it, but I wasn't so adamantly upset about it as I am now after getting behind a man like Maxime Bernier and seeing how Wendy Mesley just did her very best to smear him on. Oh, I forget what her show is called, but I'll post a link in the description. And yeah, it made me feel sick to my stomach, and it made me feel even worse that my taxpayer dollars were going to fund the attempted smear of a man who I full heartedly support, and that he's trying to make Canada a better place, and the CBC is doing everything they can to actively discourage him and discourage people from supporting him, and that's when I hit my threshold for CBC propaganda, and that's when I decided to start doing talks and posts like this about the unjust things that them and the Canadian government are doing to taxpayers. So, little fun fact here: in various ways, the Canadian taxpayers fund the CBC with over $1 billion a year, and that works out to roughly $26 per person. And I mean, I know $26 doesn't seem like a bunch, but it's enough. And I know that people in Canada don't have $26 here and $100 here and $200 there to just keep going for these mismanaged government pet projects you know that further a certain view or agenda that not everybody that's funding it agrees with. I mean, why am I paying? I'm gonna go back to the Maxime Bernier Wendy Mesley thing. Why am I paying $26 a year out of my pocket for Wendy Mesley and the rest of the gang of the CBC to try to smear the PPC and do what they can to actively regress progression? I guess I don't agree with it, and I think something needs to be done. And it just so happens that Maxime Bernier has come out and stated that he would totally restructure the funding model of the CBC to take the burden off of taxpayers a lot and go to more of a PBS style funding model like PBS in the States. And I'll try to post a link in the description of kind of, I don't know about a breakdown, but a little bit of an explanation about how the PBS is funded, so that you guys, because I won't get into every way that they're funded on this video. But yeah, have a look at that. And I mean, agree with me or disagree with me. Let me know in the comments if you agree with the PBS model being much better for Canadians and I think it would result in the CBC being much more accountable to people instead of just being able to blatantly post any propaganda they want and continue to receive government and tax. I won't even call it government funding because it's our money. It's taxpayer funding. Um, this $1 billion a year that we as taxpayers give to the CBC allows them to pay their employees an average salary of over $100,000. And I mean, I don't know a whole lot of people that make over $100,000 a year, and I certainly don't agree with anybody making $100,000 a year that's based off of taxpayer funding. I mean, it makes me picture a single mother struggling to afford groceries, and the government's taking $26 out of her pocket every year to give somebody a salary of over $100,000 who doesn't represent her values, and who, you know, doesn't necessarily do a job of honest journalistic representation, and it doesn't represent Canadian values. And it makes me sick to my stomach. So that's those are my biggest problems with the CBC. And we're over 5 minutes now, so I just wanted to keep this short and sweet. So to end this video, thanks a bunch for tuning in. And if you liked the stuff that I'm saying, and you like this little Sunday chill episode, give the video a like. It'll let me know that I should keep doing more of these. I probably will anyways. I think Sunday will be a chill video like this. So yeah, let me know if you like it. And if you want to see more Sunday little relaxed chit chats, and more policy talks, and more studio upgrades, and more stuff like that, and let me know that my channel has a future, please give me a subscribe. And yeah, hopefully we continue to grow. And it's great to see everybody supporting the PPC. And until next time, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you in the next one.